Hello everyone, I'm GPU Enthusiast, and today we're going to be looking at a gaming PC I bought for about 300 bucks. Let's get into it. Also, remember to leave a like and subscribe. I always forget to say that in the beginning of the video, so I'm going to add that in here. Hey everyone. So we're looking at the PC here we bought for 200 bucks off of Facebook Marketplace. It is in pretty good condition. It's pretty clean. Usually PCs you buy that are used will be very, very dirty. But yeah, there's a lot of goodies in here. We have a GTX 1050, which we were going to replace with that RX 7600 tomorrow. Hopefully it works when we go to test it. And then we have a Wi-Fi, a PCI E1 slot, I believe, with a Wi-Fi stick in there, so that's really, really nice. It came with a Ryzen 5 3400GE, which not the best CPU, but it gets around. We have two 8GB sticks of Corsair Vengeance that are 3400, I think it's megahertz or megas, I forget what the measurement is there, but they're pretty fast AM4 sticks. And then we have the CX430 power supply by Corsair. Not the greatest power supply, but for what we need it to do, it's going to get the job done. And then the motherboard, we have a Steel Legend ASRock AM4 board, and if I turn it on, actually, you'll see it lights up with RGB there, which is pretty cool. Also got an RGB CPU fan. So the plan for this is pretty simple. We're going to fix up the cable management. It's atrocious right now. We just have cables all over the place. Don't want to see that. Oh, I forgot to mention there's also a 500GB M.2, which is really, really nice. I don't know the brand name. I think it's some off-brand, but we have that in there, which is great. The plan is, like I said, cable management. We're gonna add an intake fan here, an outtake fan here. I sadly can't put a fan in here. I don't see any mounting holes. It's just a hard drive bay, which kind of sucks. I wish we could just pull this out, but it seems like it's bolted on. It's not something you could just screw off this case. The airflow in this case is kind of atrocious right now since we don't have the fans, but once we add the two RGB fans, it's gonna look a little weird with one fan in the front and then only one fan in the back. But other than that's our only airflow option, and we need to get some better airflow in here because the airflow is very stagnant and it's not going anywhere, especially since we don't have any vents on the top here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. There's no vents on the top. So the case overall is in pretty good condition. There's some scrapes and stuff on the top, but other than that, it's gonna practically be, I think, a new PC once we're done with it. That can basically play any game at 1080p if you want it to. So we will skip to tomorrow when I'm going to get the RX 7600, and then we'll come back and we'll fix all this up. So I got something interesting for you guys to take a look at here. I pulled out the motherboard, and as you can see right here, if it will grab it, this actually has a AMD Ryzen 5 Pro 3400GE. Now you're probably asking, what is a Pro 3400GE? And I believe this is a CPU they would have sold, not necessarily retail, but they would have sold it in what is essentially a ThinkCentra machine, and I'll have it pop up on the screen now. The ThinkCentras and the ThinkCentra Minis are like workstation computers that you would find at, different stores or different, like, for instance, we use those at a grocery store that I work at. It's the computer we use, and it's this little tiny mini PC that can just barely get the job done. They come with integrated graphics, which this one does as well. They're not bad CPUs though. I own a ThinkCentra Mini, and I primarily use it as a Minecraft server. So if you're ever in the market for like a Minecraft server, I always tell people don't ever buy those phony subscriptions and stuff like that, services where you pay $15 a month for a Minecraft server. if you're gonna have that up year-round, if you're a regular Minecraft player, you're better off buying one of these Think Centros off of eBay, and you can get a really sweet deal for like 100 or less than 100 bucks on one, and you can have it run your Minecraft server 24/7 and not have to pay a monthly fee for. But I just thought it was interesting adding that here, because these aren't retail CPUs. The original person who owned this PC must have basically ripped this off of an Office PC or a Think Centra or something like that, or either someone sold it to him for super cheap or he got it from a junkyard. But I mean, yeah, that's really interesting. All right, everyone, I'm back. We got the RX 7600. We got it for about 150 bucks, which is quite a steal in my book. You can get these still brand new for about $250. And for something used that's probably no older than a year old, because I believe they were released in either mid or late 2023, it's a great starter card to put like in a PC like this. So $100 off, quite a steal. So what do we do while I installed the GPU? Obviously, we got rid of the hard drive bay that was here. It was getting in the way and I couldn't fit the graphics card, so I had to drill out all the bolts and get rid of it, and honestly it wasn't going to serve us, I think, any serious purpose for the time being. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we really didn't do a whole lot much to it. I added some fans, so you can pop out this panel here, and I added an RGB fan down here and another RGB fan as an exhaust. But that's about it. Cable management is not really possible in a case like this, sadly, because there's no leeway or any room on the back side of the case. So the cables just kind of have to sit here if they're not being used. I could try seeing if I can hide them and cram them in here, but I don't want to short anything. But yeah, this is what we're gonna basically sell. I could add a hard drive to it, a terabyte hard drive, but I just don't want to add any more money to this PC than I have to. So yeah, let's go check some games.
Got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
So guys, after all the benchmarks and y'all seeing the performance of this PC, let me know what you think about it. I know I probably could have gone a little more on the, like I said, better on the CPU. Maybe added some more RAM, but I don't really think a system like this needs it. Maybe could have upgraded the power supply. There's many things I could have done more to it if it was like going to be my system. But again, the resale value on that, it would just add too much cost, and then the profit margin wouldn't be big enough for me to spend that much on this system. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all watching the video. And before I actually end the video, I wanted to add this in at the end because for the people that actually are watching the channel all the way through, we sold the first gaming PC from the video, and the buyer really appreciated the build. We sold it actually last night. So hopefully I'll have more PC builds like this coming down the line. I do have a very, very cheap build possibly coming down the line with one of those old Lenovo motherboards with like an old i5. We might build like one of those Fortnite PCs, like an RX 580. I'm really excited for that. So we'll be getting some parts in for that possibly and getting that done, having a video for y'all. But yeah, we sold that first PC, really excited about that. When we sell this one, I'll let you all know too. But again, like I said, thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone that leave a like, comments, and subscribes. And even the people that just watched the video through, I really appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great day.